Start doing the recap of day's action. The averaging perhaps would bring down the Nifty's gains, but overall the provisional close is above 17,600. A lot of stocks doing well. The sector of the day once again was in the automobile space. So Mahindra and Mahindra 4% higher, very close to 52-week high. Eicher Motors was at 52-week high, that did well. Aluminium and commodity stocks actually in general did well. So Hindalco, Tata Steel, Coal India, UPL were all higher. Titan did quite well, 3% higher on Titan. There's Cipla. There's a lot of banking names doing well. Kotak Mahindra Bank, ICICI Bank. So that's also helping. Bajaj Finance did well. Reliance was higher in trade. ONGC, Bharti Airtel, Maruti Suzuki, a lot of these individual names doing well. On the way down, IT, TCS, Infosys and HCL Tech, throw in a Tech Mahindra as well, were weak. Hindustan Unilever was a bit soft, and Divi's Labs also was a bit soft, but otherwise very strong sort of last hour for the market, Prashant.
Oh, very strong, most definitely. 125 on the Nifty, so 17,616 is where we finally leave. And clean 2:1 advanced decline, so actually 1,420 higher, 700 lower. Exactly 2:1. So RBL Bank was up strongly, 6% higher, 104. There's NMDC, which was up 6%, 119. IDFC First, 6%, 46. Chennai Petro, 8% higher. Varun Beverages started strong, end strong, 5.5 higher. Adani Transmission on big volumes, 6% on Adani Transmission today. There was MRPL, which was up 5%. Dawat, which is, I think, a rice brand, 8%, 8.5% higher, almost 100. Borosil Renewables, 7% in the green, 578. GE Shipping surged again, 6.5 higher on GE Shipping. Shanti Gears, 18%. It started 14 higher, it ends 18 higher. Indigo Paints about 5% higher. And of course, we discussed JK Tires, which ends up almost 9% in the green. And there are more volume-led gains that we saw today. Nigel.
Well, a few more stocks did pretty well. Borosil Renewables. Remember, there was a bit of a fear about that anti-dumping duty not being continued out there. The management joined us. They said that demand is still very, very strong, and maybe the street has taken it in its stride because the stock is up close to around 6.5%. Yesterday it ended with a cut of around 2.5%, but a good recovery is what we've seen on that front. CMAC, we don't talk about the stock very often, but that one as well was up and about in trade today, so that stock ended higher. And Genus Bar, in the last hour or so, volumes were massive. They've incorporated a subsidiary to look at smart metering. So Genus Bar was another stock that did pretty well. From the paint stocks, Indigo Paints was, painting it only green today. Stock was up close to around 6%. And Suzlon, yet again, the stock was up close to around 5% in today's trading session. Was up close to around 10% yesterday. Let's see whether or not this time around there is something in terms of a turnaround or maybe some debt reduction or the likes. But the stock has been moving higher and moving higher on very, very large volumes. So to sum things up, the Nifty ends virtually at the high point of the day. The final tick was above that 17,600 odd mark. Mid-cap index as well up close to around 1.4%. Nifty Bank, that was the one that was the big outperformer in trade today. It's curtains down on this edition of Closing Bell and the market. But up next, we'll place the spotlight on commodities that have pulled back from their recent peaks and headed towards another red-hot rally by the end of the year. That's the big question. We'll discuss that and more on our Tuesday special, Commodity Champions.